So, sound good? 3, 2, 1, let's go. We are here in Sheffield, the city of steel. Now, normally on this podcast, we like to spotlight creatives from Tameside and the surrounding Greater Manchester areas. But creativity knows no boundaries. And today's guest is the perfect example of how those two worlds connect. I first met him in Ashton, where he brought his bold, vibrant graffiti style to the streets and added something new to Tameside's cultural landscape. He's an artist like no other. Graffiti writer, illustrator, all-round soul brother. My man, Trick 9.
Yes, my brother.
How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Good. Very happy to be on your podcast as well.
Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Yeah. I want you to take me way back, right? Back to the genesis of Trick 9.
Okay.
Your childhood. Where did you grow up? What was it like?
I was actually born in London, but my parents moved up to Sheffield when I was still a baby. So I probably came to Sheffield when I was like 1 year old.
Okay.
So I grew up in Firth Park. It was a pretty rough area. There was a lot of drug culture around there. It was that kind of area, really.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But for me, when I was growing up, in terms of my creativity and what my passions were, my first love was basketball. So as I was growing up, when a lot of stuff was kicking off around the area, I'd spend all my time on the basketball court. I had quite a few friends who was already into the hip hop scene, so into graffiti, into breaking, more so graffiti at the time.
Okay.
But it was more so like a side hobby for me.
Right.
At the end of secondary school, like year 11, there was a graffiti artist who came into our school called Saka. It was part of a crew called Too Damn Creative, TDK.
Okay.
And their organisation was called Nonstop. So they ran like a youth provision going around Sheffield, teaching young people all the 5 elements of hip hop, So they're teaching breaking, MCing, DJing, graffiti, and the general knowledge. They taught the general knowledge as more so like event management, stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's where my original lessons in hip hop was from that when I was like around about 16, 17 when I first
That's a
came
solid
into this.
foundation there,
Yeah, absolutely, yes. But for me, when at that age, I was still very into my basketball. That was like my dream,
Okay. NBA.
It was around about like that and one era of basketball.
And one, oh my goodness.
Yeah. So like. Hot Sauce, Frigate, Escalade, all them man. Professor. But them also as well, it was like that Allen Iverson era as well,
Oh yeah.
Like the Allen Iverson, Vince Carter era, like early LeBron James,
you've just given me an instant flashback to my own childhood.
Yeah.
I was super into basketball as well.
Yeah.
I had the Allen Iverson kicks when they came out.
Oh, bro, I had them as well. Yeah, man.
The answer?
Yeah, the answer ones. Yeah. Did you get the jersey with the plastic big 3 on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one with the fingertips.
Exactly.
With the finger protectors.
In my whole school, I was the only one with those trainers.
Oh,
and you can guess how popular that made me.
Of course, yeah, man. Yeah,
they had the space on the sole and all that.
Oh no, there was the ones. Well, man. Like that's a shit there, yeah. That was my that era I came up in, So like I say, so this is I'm 36 right now, so this was 20 years ago already. That's scary.
Time flies. You don't look 36, to be honest. Yeah,
thank you, man.
Really,
that's kind of time span between when you finish school, but it's just before college, so you're kind of like in like a purgatory kind of bit.
Yeah, I know that.
I jumped on the non-stop introductory course and stuff.
Okay.
And that was my first introduction to the hip-hop scene in Sheffield properly.
Okay.
Because before then, it was like, I only knew people from the basketball circles. So like, seeing like the Sharks play, Spears, Arrows, all them guys.
Yeah.
I met a lot of the B-boys in Sheffield. Through that's when I met MC Nige from Sheffield. He's one of the pioneering B-boys in Sheffield from Street Crew. He's one of the guys who started Street Vibes. And then through Street Vibes, I met Diggity. He was another one of the pioneering B-boys in Sheffield. Generation below him, so he was more so younger and in his prime at that point. Through that, like I met my whole crew, and then I just built and built and built. Really, like there was a point where I was doing bar work. This is when I'm in my 20s now. I was doing bar work and painting at the same time, and it got to a point when I want to say like in my mid-20s, running up to say 27. I got to a fork in the road where I was like, I'm making money from what I do in graffiti and street art now. but I'm also killing off all like those opportunities to go to jams, go to events, like jobs in general. But I couldn't do anything on the weekends because I was working bars. So I got to the point where I had to make a decision of saying, all right, right now I can either go full throttle on this and like take the safety net away and just jump straight into the artwork.
Was it an easy decision to make?
No, it wasn't. No, like
did you have like people saying, are you sure you want to do this? And is it viable and that type of thing? Yeah,
well, I had to sacrifice a lot to fully commit to artwork because it meant sacrificing like relationships, sacrificing like money, because it was a bit like, well, if I'm gonna do this properly, it means I know I'm not making X so much a month, like it's either gonna be, I'm either gonna be okay on a gig one month and then the next month I'm gonna be on zero. So it really got into that moment. I was like, all right, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have to do it, so, and I did it, and to be honest, I've never regretted that decision, even though it's still to this day going like this. I've got control over my own life with things. I don't technically answer to anyone apart from myself and for stuff I want to do and the clients who want to get me on doing whatever, So it's good, man. It's good.
Sometimes, as we crave stability for ourselves, the people around us also want to feel stable. They want to feel secure. They want to feel like they know what you're doing.
Because when I was younger, I threw all my eggs in the basket from the age of like 13 into basketball.
Okay.
So I was already in that mindset of, I want to do something like what's not your conventional thing to do. So when that thing didn't work out, I went into bar work and I had a bit of a, oh no, this isn't working. What am I going to do with myself? But because I already kind of came out of that mentality of throwing everything into something, the conversion from sport to art, it wasn't as an extreme jump as it would have been if it was, say, I had a 9 to 5. The experiences I've had through doing this in regards to the people I've met, the relationships I've built over through meeting people through the arts, the opportunities I've had. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an international artist, but my artwork has taken me all over the world.
I'll call you an international artist. I'll do that for you. I'll call you an international.
Bro. Appreciate it. I need to push to like, my first international gig was flying out to Orlando to paint a mural for a golf player called Danny Willett. Like that was like the first time I was like, before that I have been out. I went like around Europe to do stuff. Like I went to IBE, I did some bits and bobs in Spain. But that was the first time I flew out to the States, out of Europe.
At this point, how old are you?
29, just about to turn 30.
How did you feel?
That was crazy for me, because it came from painting a beauty salon in Rotherham. One of their customers was the wife of this golf player.
Okay.
She seen what I did, got me to paint their kid's bedroom, like a Lion King thing.
Yeah.
Painted the Lion King thing, and then it turned out the wife of a whole high-profile sports star. And that turned into getting flown out to paint their poolside bloody thing. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then on top of that, I got family in New York as well. So I got to spend 2 weeks with my cousins out in Brooklyn, So, and then that was like my New York experience straight off the bat of that job, So
I've seen pictures of you in the Bronx.
Oh, yeah.
Doing graffiti and all that. So I was going to come to that. I was going to ask you, what were you doing in the US? But you've answered that question as well.
Yeah, that was from, so I did that job. Yeah, you did the Disneyland experience as well. So I went to Disneyland once. Actually, that's not the first time I've been to Disneyland once. I swear I must be one of those adult Disney guys. Anyway,
I've never been,
You never go, bro. It's mad. I swear, it's like a cult out there, yo. It's mad. There's a few artists who have come to England who I've met from New York who I linked up with when I went out there. One of them being Sen One, he's a real OG in the scene, and another one called Eli.
Right.
So I met both of them, painted with both of them out there, And yeah, they just showed me around, really. I got to see a lot of areas. I think the only part of New York I didn't see on that trip was probably Staten Island. But I saw a lot of the city, which was amazing. And I painted like Upper Manhattan, Queens.
Wow.
And also the Tats crew in the Bronx have got, the Tats crew have got their home base. And they have like a fake train, what they've made up on their back wall. I painted that as well. This is all on the same trip.
Wow.
So yeah, that trip was inspiring.
Yeah. I was going to say, because
cold. Freezing.
It was freezing cold.
Freezing. It was January, bro. I was just dying.
It's New York, what we see on TV.
The best way I can describe it was the momentum out there was different.
Right.
Felt like things would really explode really fast. Felt the momentum really picking up faster than it would do when I would be in England, by miles.
So it brings me back to what you were talking about, how through art you met a lot of people. And I think a lot of artists don't realize this, but connection in art is really important.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you are isolated and you're just painting in your room, you might be good, but nobody will hear of you.
This is a problem I think a lot of artists definitely struggle with in general. I think it's a case of, artistry to being seen.
Yes.
It's not good enough to be good. Like, this is not just in art, I'm talking about in any kind of, I feel like this
the world in general,
not even art.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's like, you're not just an artist, you're your own PR manager, you have to do your own social media.
Wear many hats.
For example, even today, for the last maybe week and a half, 2 weeks, I've been practically painting like every day.
Yeah.
Either been painting or be doing heavy like backlifting. We did a mission to a factory yesterday with some of my friends for a project just to get reference shots. Last weekend just gone, I went to a jam in Rochdale in Manchester.
Was it Lake of Paint?
No, that was Sheffield.
That was Sheffield.
Yeah, that was
Paint, right.
Yeah, this was called Common Walls.
Common Walls, yeah.
Yeah, so I painted there this weekend just gone. And then last weekend before that, it was liquor paint through the week.
You're active. You're really active.
Then the weekend before that, actually I'm wearing a t-shirt today, Southend Jam. And was down there the weekend before that. Liquor paint was really good for Sheffield, actually. They got a lot of high caliber artists to the city, which is really positive for the scene. Yeah, I just finished my jam piece for them guys up near the House Skate Park. That was a vibe.
I need to go around and see some of them.
Yeah, go look. All around Kelham Island.
Yeah,
Kelham Island and surrounding areas are all around there.
Yeah.
For days off, it's like admin, chasing clients, getting my own sketch time in, booking out my diary and stuff like that. You just got to be active, honestly.
Can't chill. That's it.
But you can. You got to have your own downtime. I feel like if you don't give yourself downtime, you burn yourself out, you know? But it's more so like you got to treat your work days as work days. If you're not on it full time, you're not going to get the fruits of the labour. You can't wait for work to come to you. You got to go to the work, you got to go out and get it yourself.
It all boils down to discipline, doesn't it? And like you said, treating it as work and being serious with it. Let's talk about your connection to Tameside, right? I saw you in Ashton, like I said. The event was Ashton Underlined. Was it an open call thing where the artists pre-selected?
There's an artist called Jay Sharples.
Okay.
Manchester based. Our Sheffield crew in general have got a really good connection with him.
Yeah, okay.
He's opened up a lot of doors for us in Sheffield. They just got the funding and they had the opportunity to put on an event.
That's cool.
And he invited us down. Us plus a fair few other artists from around the UK. It was like a loose invite, more so like a, yo, you want to come through and paint? We've got you 6 cans and maybe like 100 quid.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
That kind of vibe, right.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So we just went down and just got busy, really. Like it was painting on boards. Like we had breaking there. They had loads of other stuff. I think that event was more so to just enter the culture into the town a bit more.
Had you ever been to Tameside before then?
Yeah, actually. I painted a gym around there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Olympic sports gym.
Okay.
I did that with a few artists from Sheffield. We did that gig actually, and I didn't realise I was in the area. Yeah. So I did that, and then that jam kicked off, and then I was like, oh yeah, we're in the same spot.
We're back again.
Back again, kind of thing, Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But obviously, I want to know, can you draw any parallels between the two cities when you look at the art scene?
I'd say that. Well, right now, I think that the art scene in general in the UK is very interconnected. If you're an artist from Sheffield, for example, you're going to know artists from Manchester because it's only an hour away, hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So in general, when I go to these events, I'm going to know like 70% of the artists there. Same as when these artists come to Sheffield. Same when I go to London, for example, or Birmingham. Like I even saw the graffitiarts.com guys yesterday restocking the Sheffield shop. You know, you kind of get to a point where you kind of know everybody. These different jams, well, normally what happens is a lot of the same artists will get invited and will come paint. Yeah. And then it's more so of a case of like building up to get to the better spots. Like, for example, the 3 events I just been to recently. Southend, Liquor Paint, and Rochdale Jam. You had artists who were painting the board spots, the spots what are like we can take up and take down, so they're not permanent spots. The level up from there are the spots what are like more so like the gable end spots. So like they're like the bigger funded spots. Yeah. And it goes on and on, you know. So like you kind of know your level in regards to what you get invited to paint on. Right. Yeah. But even just on the basis of getting invited to these events means that you're on a good trajectory.
No, I think I get what you're saying totally, because for any artist it would be the same, won't it? For say a musician, the free shows and you know the small cafes, and then build up to playing bigger rooms, bigger platforms.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, I need to ask you about this because
basketball girl.
Yeah. I was with the family, but I stuck around longer than I intended to because I wanted to see it. And it just blew me away. The vibrancy of the colors, the attention to detail, the skill involved. It's just mind-blowing. Who is she? Why does she follow you everywhere?
Well, she's got a story behind her. So, in graffiti or street art in general, a lot of artists have what they call their OC, original character. Yeah. When I first started, I got into really painting b-boy characters. Right. So I was very inspired by an artist from Germany called Tantu. Like a lot of graffiti artists are. He's like one of a big pioneer of colourful wild styles and characters. He's got a classic b-boy character who like does a lot of gun point fingers, you know, big shin. And that character is inspired by the Mugsy character by Ken Swift. So Ken Swift's a famous b-boy. Okay. If they took a picture of him, he was in the middle of a cipher, and he was doing like he had his chin out like this. Right. And he was making a face what looks a lot like Bruce Lee. That picture of that Mugsby, it's called a Mugsby. That piece got thrown into graffiti, and a lot of graffiti artists started to paint Mugsby characters. Now, I've seen that character, and I was painting a lot of b-boys, and then my ex-girlfriend, actually, she said, why don't you paint girl characters? Because you're always drawing boy characters. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, let me give it a try. So I gave my hand at drawing girl characters, because at the time I could barely draw a girl character. And then what happened was I slowly got more and more into it, and I think one of the turning points was doing my research on it's sort of for comic book characters and more Marvel-inspired characters and like anime. And then...
Oh, I get that from the eyes.
Yeah. Well, what happened was it was more so... I found an artist called... two artists, actually. One artist called J. Scott Campbell. He did a comic called Danger Girl. I remember getting that comic and my mind getting blown away because like he was drawing like really positive girl characters, you know? Like they were sexy, but they were classy at the same time, you know? Like in more in action poses. Yeah. And then I found a artist called Dean Yeagle. He's an old school pin-up artist. His story is he was a Disney artist. He got fired from Disney, but he'd trained himself up in drawing in that Disney style. Yeah. And then he ended up getting the job working for Playboy. And then so now he was doing pin-up girl characters. Very Disney focused and inspired. But now they're in like old school Playboy style sexy comics now, you know, so they're not like overly like explicit, but they're like quite like flirty kind of style. Me personally, I found these two artists and I was like, I really like this style, I want to work with this, because I couldn't think of anyone in the in my circle at the time at my age who was really doing characters like this. So that's where I started to develop my style. Like when I was younger and starting out, I didn't go explicit, but I was going, I tried to push for like for more sexy kind of like point of view. But as I've got older, I've really tried to bring it back and make this character more classy and more empowering rather than
so the character has basically grown with you then.
Yeah, it's grown with me. Yeah. So I was pushing that character for a while, and for a long time I was like, hadn't given her a name. It was just I like to paint female characters. And then it's kind of like being a focal point of my art this year actually. So they're very pin-up inspired, but I'm trying to keep them as empowering as possible. Like, because it comes from a point of me being a male artist drawing female characters. I do have to be careful about how I go about them because I don't want to.
Do you think the backlash you'd face would be different if you were a female artist drawing a female character?
I think it's just more so like I've just got to be careful in regards to I want to make sure it's something that represents me as an artist.
Right.
I got to a point where it's like, okay, I want to give this character a personality now. I was painting her for a long time without really any direction, without just painting her. So I gave myself a task over spring and summer. Paint my girl characters 9 times.
Yeah.
And when I on the Instagram post, name it 1 to 9, just literally 1 out of 9, 2 out of 9.
Right.
And just a little bit, maybe an emoji or something, and then as I'm doing them, really dig deep and think about what this character is. Right. And then by the time I paint number 9, I would have given her a name, given her some kind of backstory. I'll have like an idea on where she's from, ethnicity. Kind of like really solidify all these different elements of my character to kind of like give her an entity. I did that, painted her 9 times, mostly around Sheffield, but around surrounding areas as well. I ended up naming her after an element of my own tag. So my tag is Trick09. I'm a 90s, 2000s baby. So I was like, when I was a kid, Space Jam was one of the things I was just obsessed with for the time, with the Michael Jordan era and stuff. I was really a fan of the Monstars from that movie. So I called myself Trickstar. It was like my first tag when I could barely draw still.
Right.
And then that got shortened to Trix, Trix.
Yeah.
And then I changed the X to a K.
Okay.
And the 09 is my number. I got put into Zulu Nation before they disbanded and stuff. And through my experience with that, I really got into learning more so about just more so reading into what the 5% stuff was all about as well. And I found that the number 0 meant cipher, and the number 9 means born. So I thought that's really cool. Like, because the way I came up was I was always like, rather than go training, I just jump into ciphers and learn through the ciphers in breaking. And then as I got more into it, I'd start to go actually training more.
So for anybody who doesn't know what a cipher is,
it's a circle. So cipher is you get an MC cipher, which is a circle of MCs. Pass the mic around.
Pass the mic around, and in dance you do the same thing.
Exactly. In dance, it's the same thing. You have a circle. What you call a cipher. Yeah. 1 in, 1 out, and then you have interactions where you have like cipher battles as well. Right. So one person goes in, does a thing, next person does, you know. Yeah. So I learned through ciphers. That's always been like my main thing. So by extension, it's Trick Cipher Born. So Trick Cipher Born in the cipher. Right. And so with my girl character, I ended up calling her Cipher. Right. So at the moment, Cipher, she's Afro-Latina. Like that element just comes from because I go to salsa a lot as well. Okay. So that's just that element there. She has a ponytail. She's got chopsticks in the hair from like my Asian influences in my art. Influences. And she's just a character. She's there, you know. She exists.
Such
now.
A cool backstory.
Yeah, thanks.
It's so cool.
So like, I'm just pushing her at the moment. So every time I go to a jam, recently I did that 1 to 9. Yeah. And then everywhere I've painted her 4 or 5 times now after that. Yeah. So at the moment, every time I paint her, I'll say Cipher at Southend. Yeah. Cipher at Liquor Paint. Right. Like
so she's in different locations basically.
Different locations, or for context of what's going on, it's her at somewhere.
Yeah. That's such a cool concept. Is one of your parents from Grenada?
Yeah, my dad's side. That's massively so cool. Yeah, like Grenada's like Grenada's my family. So very strong influence Grenada. Like my dad's side is from Grenada. My dad's side is the biggest side of my family. My mum's side is quite small. But in terms of heritage, I massively relate to Grenada.
Yeah. But your mum is from the UK?
Yeah, my mum's English. Yeah. My dad met my mum in London, and then they moved to Sheffield.
And then they moved. That's so cool. Have you ever been?
Yeah. I went. I've been once, and we went for like, I think it was 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was like when I was like in my mid-20s.
Right.
I want to go back. I mean, wanted to go back for a long time.
What was it like when you went?
It was great. It was eye-opening for me. Like, obviously, it's a small island in the Caribbean, so it's like the size of Yorkshire. So you can drive around it in one day. Like, you know. For me, when I went, it was like very much so. Well, being mixed race as well. That's like being a thing. What's quite an identity thing. But going out there was a few things what I noticed. Like one thing, being seen as black in the UK, but seeing white in the Caribbean was a thing.
Yeah, it's this. I've seen it happen like that for other people. You know, mixed race people in Ghana. You know,
it's an interesting identity thing. I think.
Yeah, it is.
A family are very party influence.
Yeah.
So like when we gather as a party, it's like sound systems. A lot of my cousins are DJs.
Right.
When we link up, my parents, my aunties, my uncles, we listen to a lot of soca. So that's like a thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Yeah. Do you think that the landscape is different for fine artists than graffiti artists?
Yeah, it's a completely different world.
Yeah.
In terms of graffiti and street art, them two worlds are different in itself. So with graffiti worlds, because I think I'm not even a bombing artist, so I can't talk about bombing. You know, like, but that's its own thing. You know, that's its own completely own world and its own power system and levels. I'm kind of sitting in between, like, for graffiti, but the more piecing type artist and the street artist kind of mixture. That's kind of where I kind of stand. And then you have straight street artists. Each one of them is a completely different set of rules and systems. And then it's the same again in the fine art.
Yeah.
You know, each different art type has its own different world to navigate. Even, for example, if me going into canvases, that's its own thing again.
Yeah.
Same as well, for example, with painting murals in general. Your general fine artist is going to struggle painting a big mural.
Yeah. But
for a graffiti artist or a street artist, we paint him every day.
Every day, yeah. It's your forte, so.
Yeah, so it's like, for me, for example, I'll paint this wall here. I could do this in a few hours, but I'd struggle going smaller scale on a canvas.
On a canvas, yeah.
You know, like, and it's the opposite way either way. You know,
it's a different mindset, isn't it? It's like, yeah. But I also think about the challenges that these two groups face. You know, when we talk about, say, fine artists wanting to get into galleries, wanting to do exhibitions, you're not wanting to do that type of thing.
I am.
You know? Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think people view graffiti differently to how they view fine art?
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of artists who have like swayed the minds of the fine art world into accepting it. I think it's just more so the case of getting the fine art world to understand what it is you're doing within graffiti art.
Yeah. I know you can't speak for every graffiti artist, but for you personally, your work, do you see it as a resistance, or do you see it as making a statement? How would you describe your work? You know,
I describe my work as me personally, where I'm going with it right now.
So
I wouldn't call my work politically charged. I'm not really that type of artist.
Yeah.
I probably say my work is very technically charged.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to push the level of artistry I can put into my characters and my letters.
Yeah.
Just everything in general, really. I'm just trying to get my artwork to high quality as I can.
I see it when I look at your work, though. I see the layers, I see the level of detail, I see the time and the skill you put into it. And I don't know if you feel like this as well, because when I look at works like that, you know, I go like, people walk past this every day. You know, they go and get a coffee. Yeah. They're walking past it. Do they actually stop and appreciate how dope this is.
I hope so.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Is this going over their head? So do they actually see the level of detail I've put into this girl right here, with from the reflections in her eyes, from the sparkle on her earrings and all that,
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to push it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to just, with them 9 girl characters I did around the city, I was like, all right, how fast can I get this done? And how, like, I think the defining character like that in terms of getting it out, getting them out there, was the one I did for the battle at Liquor Paint.
Yeah.
Like, I did her in an hour and a half.
That's
and
cool.
I did her just as good as any other character I've done. And I thought that was like a defining thing. I was
respect, man.
Like how fast can I get this done?
Yeah.
I mean, like, an hour and a half piece is like full color. That's a fast piece in general.
That's really fast. And the level of detail we are talking about, if anybody's seen your work.
Yeah. Thanks,
you're telling them an hour and a half. They're like, what?
Yeah, I'm just trying to that's what I'm trying to push right now. I'm just trying to render my stuff as hard as I can.
Yeah. And
just see how far I can take it at the moment. In terms of like recognition of people, my recognition more so what I really want is more so from other artists, if I'm being honest. Right. People who actually understand what it is I'm doing. And I get more excited when I get an artist who I look up to giving me that recognition back.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's like my my main thing. Like, for general public, if they show love, that's amazing, you know, like, but more so if I get an artist who's really rated asking, yo, I love what you did, do you want to paint? I'm like, yo, that's what I want.
Yeah. Looking ahead right now, what projects are you currently working on?
I've got, I'm still running the Cypher project. In terms of her now, the original idea was to paint her 9 times, get my raw sketches, get images of the pieces I've done, turn it into a zine and print collection. Now that's kind of expanded. I've now painted her 9 times plus Cypher I painted when I was in China. I went to Hong Kong. I did Cypher in Hong Kong. I was like, oh, okay, now we're doing this now.
How do you wait, before you go, pause.
Yeah.
How do you go to Hong Kong?
I went to see my little brother. I did the trip. I went to see my little brother.
All right. He lives out there.
Yeah, he lives out there. He doesn't live in Hong Kong. He lives in mainland China. But on that same trip, we traveled all over the place. And the last place we stopped at was Hong Kong. And there's a graffiti spot. An artist called Bao gave me the heads up to go there. Right. And I was like, because I was like, I'm painting this character now. Like, I just painted her in the graffiti spot there. And that was the first time I said Cypher at a place.
Oh, okay.
So since then I was like, okay, now the next spot I painted was, Cypher in Southend, Cypher at Liquor Paint, Cypher at Rochdale. Each time I've painted her. So that's going to go in the zine now as well. Yeah. So that project's still going. I need to actually get the pages done and get that thing printed. That'll be a case of getting the zine made, stickers.
That'll be dope with all the different locations.
The different locations.
That'll be really dope.
Yeah, so there's that. At the moment, I have a few council gigs on the back burner coming up. One of them is in Workshop, painting a skate park. One of them is illustrating their education book. All these are like a pending or just waiting for them to get confirmed, really. A youth centre is on its way. Yeah, just generally keeping up with stuff. Like, I've got a bedroom coming up, a tattoo studio, all like one-day jobs.
Yeah.
I've been invited to paint at a mural festival called Mood Indigo.
Okay.
In India.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's in December time, so I need to sort my flights to get to that. That'll
be something different.
Yeah, it will be. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm guessing you've never been to India, right?
No, I've never been to India, so nice. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's Mumbai. Yeah. So general, I'm just trying to keep these plates spinning right now.
And you're doing a really good job keeping them spinning.
Thank you, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of stuff with my boy Flo as well, Pangalactic as well.
All right.
Like, he's really been pushing for stuff to another level. I got a project, I can't talk about right now, but that's a thing what's been getting kicked off next year.
Okay.
Yeah. In general, things are kicking off. I'm just trying to keep it moving.
You do keep it moving. The first time I saw you breakdance, I was like, what?
I've been breaking for a minute, man.
What are we doing here?
Yo.
I didn't know you had moves like that, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I've been dancing for a minute now.
Yeah, oh, but
Thank you.
You're a man of many talents, and you've got many layers to you. It's really dope just having this conversation with you.
Thank you, man.
At this point, I want to ask, what advice would you give a kid who's like looking at you right now and aspiring to be like you? I want to be like Leigh. I want to have the afro. I want to have the moves.
Okay. I'd say do you, like, yes, look at people for inspiration.
Yeah.
But the main thing I'd say is no one can do you better than you, no matter what it is you're doing. But working off talent isn't enough alone. You have to put the hours in.
Yeah.
You can't expect ChatGPT to do to do all the work,
Put in the work for you.
Yeah, like you have to build that foundation by yourself. For example, because we're talking about graph now, you have to fill black books, you have to.
That should be a standard for you.
Yeah, you need to fill your black book full of tags, for example. You need to act like Bart Simpson in The Simpsons and just do the blackboard thing, and you're just doing your tag over and over and over and over and over again. If you're dancing, you need to work on your foundations over and over. No matter what it is, you need to put in them. You need to put in them hours, because them hours, that builds resistance. It builds a strong foundation for whatever it is you're doing. My original mentor in basketball, Rab, like, terrific guy. He gave me an example of, he was talking about your talent is like your jacket, right? You're going to night out, right?
Yeah.
You want to wear your nice jacket.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go a night out and your jacket's on the floor all week and your bedroom's just on the floor, it comes to going on a night out, you'll put that jacket on, it's going to be all creased up to hell,
It's stains on it.
And everything, right? So imagine that jacket is like your natural talent. Okay, like, yes, it's still the same jacket, but if you want to make sure that jacket looks good, you got to iron it, you got to put it on a hanger, like, you got to take care of it, so you maintaining your jacket, like the hanger, what you put your jacket on, is for work ethic. It's it's you putting in them hours and making sure that your talent looks fresh.
Yeah,
you're always going to have that jacket, like that talent's always going to be there, but it's not going to look good if you don't maintain it. Exactly. Yeah, you got to maintain it.
That's such a dope point of view. I'll keep that in the back of my head now.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It's a really good one. I've never thought about it like that. It's like a jacket that you want to wear on a night out.
You've already got it, but you need to clean it up,
You clean it up. You need to dust it off.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Well, thank you for coming.
No problem, my brother. Really appreciate it.
It's been such an honor having you here.
No, thank you. It's been an honor being on here, man. Thank you
for dropping all these gems on us. I'm glad I came out here too, because this is such a dope space.